Hey guys, hope you're all well. I'm going to talk today about production, producing your music. How to get your music sounding all ready before the mix process, like a record. A lot of people expect a lot to happen at the mix process and miracles and all sorts of stuff from the mix engineer, and it is important and it makes a huge difference how you mix your music, of course. But I think the key is production. Producing and arranging your music before it hits that mix stage is where that can really make a difference to your artistry and what you do. And it gets your music already sounding like a record before you even hit the mix process. So say you're a singer-songwriter and you've got a band and you've got a, you play guitar and you sing. How are you going to expand what you do? I'll show you. The first step, or the first idea and the principle for expanding is simply duplication. So I'll play the part that we're going to work on. It's really simple, and then I'll show you how we're going to expand that. So here's the part. Really simple part. The most simple way to expand your music is to duplicate it. So what we're going to do is we're going to pan one on the left hand side, and we're going to do the exact same thing, and we're going to pan it on the right hand side. This is what it sounds like. So as you can hear, it gives your music more of a sense of space and also gives it much more strength. It's still the same part and it still sounds like your music, but just a little bit wider, a little bit bigger, and also gives some space for the vocals in the middle. So it's a really simple trick and it's super effective as well. And it's really easy, you just have to play things twice really. And all those little differences in what you do, you don't have to iron those out. I think it kind of adds to the reality of what you're doing, and it gives your music, more of a sense of stereo, which is really nice. So that's the first one, to expand your music. The next one that we can talk about is rhythmic displacement. So that part is pretty heavily downbeated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play exactly the same chordal structure, but I'm going to accent more the offbeats than the onbeats, and it's going to give more of a bounce feel to what you're doing. It's not as strong, but it's really nice if you want to like a little bouncy part as well. This is what it sounds like. So yeah, that's a really nice idea, and it gives your music, as you can hear, a bit of a groove to it. The next thing we can talk about is more harmonic displacement. So that's actually starting to separate your chordal ideas into roots and thirds and fifths. You don't understand that, it doesn't matter, but I'll just play it for you. You can use your ears to hear what I'm doing. So basically the chord I'm playing is just an E chord, but it doesn't have a third in it. So on the other part, I'm just going to play a really simple line, the same thing, but it's going to have a third and a fifth in it, and then I'm going to move that around the chordal structure. Have a listen to this. Yeah, so now you're really starting to arrange things. You're starting to separate that chord out, and you're going to spread it out into multiple parts, and that really gives a sense of the harmony actually moving around your music rather than one specific instrument having the whole harmonic structure. You're starting to spread that harmonic structure around different instruments, and that's where things get really interesting. How I've voiced the guitar, I usually like to put my guitars up a little higher. I'm not really playing the bottom strings. I think in production that really gives it much more space to the bass. It's not a rule, but just be aware of the register you're playing in and give some space to the other instruments as well, and think about where you're putting your stuff. Yeah, so the other thing we can do is from there you can basically go anywhere, and it's kind of opening your mind up to the possibilities of what you can do. Playing some open stuff, like all those parts are very muted and closed. Think about doing something open as well and ringy. Here's something that's open and ringy. So I hope that helps you guys. That really starts to give you an idea of how to produce things and how to expand what you've already got. If you don't have the skill set to do those things, then it's well worth teaming up with someone. Find a producer that can do that kind of stuff, and an arranger that can really help you arrange your music. We get heaps of people just asking for guitar parts, and yeah, it's really great working with people and helping people out do that kind of stuff. So if you can find someone that can do that for you, if you don't have the skill set to do it, it's well worth it, and it's going to make heaps of difference for your music. So I hope that helps you guys. Have a good one.